kids. Welcome to Circle Time. I am Caroline from the Khan Academy Kids team, and I am here today with my friend Sophie. Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, friends. I am so excited to be here for a very special episode of Circle Time.
What do you have on your head, Sophie?
Oh, I forgot I was wearing my flower crown. This is all fresh, beautiful flowers, and it wraps around my head like a crown. And in Hawaiian, we call it a hakule. And so I'm wearing my favorite hakule.
Wow. Maybe some of us could try to make a flower crown or flower lei someday.
Yeah.
But today we have a book about flower friends. And this book is from our app, Khan Academy Kids, that you can get from the app stores for free with all these different learning activities. You can ask your parents if you want to read more books. This is the book, Flower Friends by Cynthia Platt. Daisy lived in the woods with tall trees all around her. The trees gave her shade and sheltered her from bad weather. She had grown used to being the only flower. Sometimes the trees chatted amongst themselves. Daisy liked to listen to the whispers of the leaves as the trees talked, but they were up so high and she was down so low. She could never make out what they were saying. This made Daisy feel lonely. She wished she had someone to talk to. It would be nice to have someone like her who was on ground level. Friends, do you know why she felt lonely?
Well, I think she felt like she was on her own down there with no friends around her to talk to. I think she felt a little bit different because everyone else around her is really tall and she is quite short, little Daisy.
Then something unexpected happened. A chance seed flew in and took root next to her. Daisy watched as the seed began to sprout. Daisy wanted to be happy about the sprout, but she was filled with worries. What if this new plant wasn't so friendly? What if they didn't get along? How does Daisy feel now?
Oh, I think Daisy feels a bit worried that she's not going to be able to be friends with the new plant.
But what if the new plant was friendly? What if they got along beautifully? This could be Daisy's big chance to make a friend. Daisy wished the sprout could grow faster so she could meet her neighbor. The big day finally arrived. The new plant's bud unfurled. Poppy was brightly colored and her petals were frilled and fancy. She did not look anything like Daisy. Daisy wasn't so sure they'd get along after all.
They look quite different, don't they? Friends, have you ever had a friend who looks quite different? Yeah, let's read on and see what happens.
Daisy saw Poppy looking at the trees as the leaves whispered to each other. "Do you know what they're saying?" Poppy asked. "No," Daisy replied. "They're too far away." "I wonder if they're talking about the squirrels and the birds," Poppy said. "I wonder if they're talking about the clouds and the sun," Daisy replied. Daisy and Poppy looked at each other. "We could talk about all of those things together," Daisy almost whispered. Does it look like they could become friends?
Yeah, I see little smiles starting to come out on Daisy's face and Poppy's face. because they're thinking, well, maybe we could talk about these things. Maybe we could be friends and help keep each other company. That's so great.
Daisy had grown used to being the only flower in the forest. She had grown used to being alone. But now she wasn't lonely anymore. What a good story. So do you think Daisy and Poppy were similar or were they different?
Good question, Caroline. I think there were some things about Daisy and Poppy that were similar and some things that were different. See, it's like these two flowers that I have here. They're a little bit like Daisy and Poppy. This one is a white color, and I think it's a little bit like Daisy growing there. And this one with the pretty fluttery petals is a little bit like Poppy. And see, the thing is, they're similar. They're both flowers, but they're also different because Daisy is this white color with a little teensy bit of yellow in the middle, and Poppy is this really pinky reddy color, quite different. So I would say they're similar and different.
So they look a little bit different, but often we have friends that look very different from us.
Yeah, that's right. And we can still be great friends. And sometimes it's so fun to learn new things from friends who are different. That's what makes it exciting to be friends with them. Yeah.
Do you have more flowers that we could take a look at?
Well, I do. I have a lot more flowers.
Wow!
Maybe we'll just take a look at some of them and do some counting.
Sounds great!
Okay. Well, we'll take this one. Okay. You want to count them?
Sure.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Wow, those are 3 big flowers.
3 big flowers. How cool. Do you have any flowers? Or maybe some leaves?
These are called lavender, but they're much skinnier than your flowers. I have a few
Ooh,
stalks of lavender.
nice. Should we count them?
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Wow. You know, I have something else here that we might like to count. Some not quite flowers, but some very beautiful leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Wow.
8 leaves.
Those have such interesting patterns on them, too.
Do very tropical, these patterns.
Well, I have another thing we could count. Do you know what tennis balls look like? Tennis racket.
Ooh.
And here's my tennis balls. Okay, I'll take them out of the basket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and friends, which one is this?
8.
8. And we have another friend who loves to count. Do you remember him?
I think it's Peck.
It is Peck.
I'm a soccer star. This is the number 8. Let's count out loud. Remember that the last number you say is the number of soccer balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who wants to play?
Should we help Peck count his soccer balls?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You counted 8.
These are pillows that have some buttons on them. Which one has 8 buttons on the pillow?
Good thinking.
This one. Now we have to look for the pillow that has 5 buttons. Which one do you think it is, Sophie?
I think it's the middle one because it's got 3 buttons and 2 buttons, and 3 plus 2 is 5. I know that.
Let's try.
Good work.
And now, friends, do you want to trace the number 8? You can do it in the air with Sophie and me. Here we go. Trace the number 8, and we go around and back up to the top.
Great job.
And now we can actually practice writing the number 8. You can either do it in the air or you can do it on a piece of paper with a crayon or a pencil. So you follow that 8 around all the way to the bottom. And then you circle back and go back up to the top and close it up.
Wow, that's a great number 8.
Yes, can you find all the number 8s in this picture?
8,
Here's another one.
8,
And another one.
8.
You found the number 8.
So now we have to count in order. Sophie, do you want to do it with me? I'll say one number and then you say another number.
That's a great idea, Caroline.
Okay, how about 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8.
You tapped them in order.
and now they're all out of order. Can you remind me which one comes first?
1.
Okay, I'll put this one
1,
over there.
I'm asking our friends and they're saying 2 comes next.
2,
Great.
Do you know what comes next, Caroline?
3,
3.
and then 4,
4,
Yeah. And then it's number 5.
and then 6,
6,
and then I think we have these two, 7 and 8.
Great.
Awesome. You put them in order. Numbers are so fun.
Nice work, friends. So much counting, all with the number 8.
Yeah, that was great. I love how Peck loves counting, and Peck practices counting all the time so that Peck is a good counter.
He is. And now it's time for show and tell. We've had a lot of mail from our friends. Thank you so much. And this week we received a lot of mail about scavenger hunts and things that friends are doing outdoors with Camp khankids. So this is Kaya. Kaya sent us this picture with her drawing of a lily.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful plant and a beautiful flower. Thank you, Kaya.
And this was from Shane. Friends, do you know how Shane made this?
It looks like Shane pieced together a lot of leaves and made the shape of Shane's name.
Can you see the S and then H, A, N, E? And it looks like maybe he cut some of the leaves to make those shapes.
Yeah, that's really, really smart.
And this one is from Veer.
The ear spelled out Veer's name with sticks and bark and rocks. It's so great. I can even see a pine cone or two.
And we received this name art from Morgan, Jesse, and McKenna.
Wow! I can see the organ, and they've done lots of name art too. That's great, Morgan, Jesse, and McKenna.
And this is Eli, and he sent us his name art as well. Can you see the E, L, and I?
Yeah, I love that. It looks like he did it on the steps there. Eli with a big E made out of some leaves.
And this is his sister, Imuna.
Hello, my name is Emma, and here's how I write my name. I write my name with the leaves that is made of you. So is the N. U and N are made of colored rocks that lay down, and this thing I made for the N.
Looks like she drew a U and an N on those rocks.
Oh, I see. So she used leaves for some to make the shape of the E and the M. And the U and the N are drawn onto the rocks. And then the A looks like it might be some more leaves or some sticks. That's very clever, Imuna.
Thank you for sending it to us. And this one is from Christopher. And this is not name art, but I think he took this picture when he went to the beach and was making a sandcastle.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I love this one. This is very creative. Lots of seaweed and rocks and shells and something pointy sticking out the top of the sandcastle.
Right? Lots of our friends were outside this week.
Yeah, that's great.
And this is from Ella Lou, and she went on a scavenger hunt outside, and it looks like she's finding a lot of things. Well, thank you, friends, so much for showing us and telling us all about your different adventures outside. We love to hear from you, and we'd love to share some of your artwork and pictures and videos with our friends here. Well, now it's time for us to say goodbye. We've had such a good time reading and counting with you today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. From Caroline, Sophie, and the Khan Academy Kids team.
Bye, friends.